How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Try to fix my camera setup. Camera was on a bit of an angle on my last video there, and I watched it back after I had uploaded. I'm like, oh geez. So today we're shooting with one of my Sony camcorders to give you guys that nice warm VHS look, that nice aesthetic that you guys all pine for. And so today, first thing we're going to talk about, my big pickup, my big toy. I've been wanting one of these for a while. And this is gaming's best kept secret, the one accessory that nobody seems to be talking about, including Metal Jesus Rocks. And that would be a power station. So this is a 300 watt power station. You can get better power stations that have a bigger power supply and do more things. But this one here, so what you guys, I don't know if you can really pick it up in the camera. Maybe I'll zoom in and do a little bit of post-processing editing, if you will, as Digital Foundry would say. I'll get to Digital Foundry in just a minute. But yeah, you're getting two actual plug ports, so you can actually plug in, an actual video game console if you wanted to. And you've got two USB plugins, and you've got a Type-C, which I wouldn't really use myself, but maybe you would use Type-C for a PS4 controller. So as you can see here, turn it on. You've got your power supply here. Oh, baby. I'll show you guys here. Yeah, so it's really cool. I haven't really started using it yet. I just charged it up tonight. Now, these aren't cheap. This was on sale, actually, but it was still $279 Canadian, so after taxes, over $300. But, depending on what you're looking to do, I'm not saying if you're going camping and you're bringing your tent with you that you should bring an Xbox 360 and a flat panel TV and hook it up to this bad boy, but technically you could. I don't know how long the power supply would last, maybe a couple of hours. I think the best use of this would be, well, as an example, the Game Boy Advance, if you're using an original model. Now, I have, obviously, the Analog Pocket, so it's moot point for me. Be interesting to hook up the Nintendo Wii U to this. That would be cool. And, of course, you could hook up the Nintendo Switch to this. So, yeah, the Nintendo Switch, it's a portable console, right? As long as the battery lasts. What if your battery dies? Then you're completely fucked, right? Well, if you have a power station, then you can plug your Switch in and you can continue to play. And it's completely portable. And yeah, a lot of people don't think about that. Now, obviously, there's other things you could plug into this. It's not just for gaming. But I just wanted to throw it out there because a lot of people, they don't really think about this when they're out on vacation, as an example. And maybe you're not at the cabin, or maybe you're not at the vacation house, and maybe you're away from it and you want to game a little bit. But, obviously some of the more modern consoles, even the Steam Deck, as an example, may have limited battery life. Well, not a problem anymore with one of these. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that off. This is the Coleman 300 watt power station. And, yeah, really cool. Really happy about that. Really cool stuff. So, the next thing I want to talk about is Digital Foundry. They've announced here, Richard Ledbetter put out a video today. Digital Foundry has a new channel up called DF Clips. What are my thoughts on DF Clips? So, Digital Foundry puts out pretty good content. Their videos are sometimes rather long, and that can work as a disadvantage, as far as the YouTube algorithms are concerned. And I think that's what Richard was getting at in the video. It pains for me to see Digital Foundry constantly e-bagging, pushing their Patreon, their mugs, their t-shirts. Because when you watch Digital Foundry, when you watch the channel, you almost think that this channel could get away with being a type of channel that doesn't have to rely on that sort of thing. I think I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. I think their financial backer might be Eurogamer magazine. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that they were affiliated with Eurogamer. So you think they'd have enough? You would think that they would have enough of a financial backing that they wouldn't need to rely on their YouTube subscribers. But again, I'm limited in scope as to what I can say about that. But it just seems like from the video I watched from Richard talking here, again, they're obsessed with YouTube algorithm, and he's trying to promote this DF Clips channel. Like it's an area where they can take additional content that they might have cut from some of their main videos on Digital Foundry, the main YouTube channel, and they can use that extra footage as like extra content that you can go over to DF Clips and watch. But I don't really see that as the case. I see DF Clips as being more of like not quite a YouTube. What's that thing that everybody is doing nowadays? YouTube Shorts. That's not for me. I'm not into that. Yeah, that's something Marceau would do. But yeah, it's not quite YouTube Shorts, obviously, because those are like 30 second to like a minute long clips. But it's not your typical Digital Foundry video either. These videos are like anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes in length. So it's like bite-sized content that you can go over. If Digital Foundry puts out like a 30-minute video and you don't have time to watch the whole video, then you can watch like a condensed version of it over at DF Clips, I guess. So yeah, not for me. I don't really buy what it is Richard is selling. It sounds to me like they're trying to obtain more ad revenue by way of using shorter videos, I guess that's what it looks like. So yeah, DF Clips, we'll see how long that lasts. They already have almost 10,000 subscribers, and the channel's only been up for a day. But yeah, doesn't really seem like my thing. I prefer the longer videos myself, and it's just a shame to see Digital Foundry. In the grand scheme of things, they're just another Dreamcast guy or a modern vintage gamer when it's all said and done. Okay, they're out there pushing the Patreon, the mugs, the t-shirts, and now they're trying to promote a second channel. And that's like the big thing. Excuse me, I got an itchy nose. It's not cocaine, I swear. A lot of these YouTubers now, they're putting out these extra channels like MJR Extra and RGT85 Extra, and they try to roll the dice with it, and it goes on for a couple of months, and then they fall flat on their face. Like MJR Extras, he hasn't posted a video on that channel in probably over a year. So yeah, that's my thoughts on DF Clips. They should have just called it DF Extra. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot to show. Yeah. So when you're charging this thing, switching topics, back over to this. It again, just in case you're curious, it comes with an actual wall charger. Okay, so it doesn't take long to charge this bad boy at all. You don't have to have it plugged into your inverter, like your cigarette lighter in your car, or a USB port as an example. You can't charge this with a USB port. You have to use the actual external power supply. So, sorry, I forgot to show that, okay? Sorry. And the last thing we'll talk about here before we wrap things up. Now, we've talked about this on the channel before, but just being mindful and being grateful, for your health. Don't take your health for granted because, without your health, you have nothing. And it's so easy to live a healthy lifestyle, as healthy as you can. And from one day to the next, you never know. Something traumatic could happen in your life. I saw a video, it was like a YouTube video. I don't know if it looked real, but someone in the comment section was saying it wasn't, but I think it was. And it was like a Danish pop singer. This was like probably in like the 90s, maybe the early 90s. And he was on stage singing, and it looked like maybe he had like a brain aneurysm as he was singing, and he collapsed. Boom, died right on the stage. Right on the stage. So it's scary to think that could happen to any of us, right? So that's why I laugh. I don't want to bring up Marceau again, but he's so easy to throw into these conversations. But he gets so worked up over little old Canadian gamer, and he gets all stressed out about me, and he tries to manufacture this online internet beef. Meanwhile, you got kids in the sick kids hospital that are dying of cancer, as an example. And like, you got people on the street that are fucking homeless, and you got people out there that have real health problems, and then you got people like Marceau that you can't see the forest through the trees. And not just him, there's a lot of people out there on YouTube and not on YouTube that get so wrapped up in their everyday life, with what's so important around them, and they seem to forget the little things in life, the small things in life that are most important. And that your health is definitely most important, absolutely. Above all, above video games, okay? Above manufactured internet beefs and all the rest of it. And, speaking of internet beefs, we laugh and we obviously have fun here. But as you all know, not to be taken too seriously, a lot of it is light sarcasm, right? Ribbing, if you will. So it blows my mind when you see these people that take things like they've never met the person. Not just me, they've never met the person in real life, and they're acting like this is like some sort of real life. It's gonna come to blows. You know what I mean? It's crazy how people forget, that we're on YouTube, sure, and we are real people, right? But like, until you've actually met somebody in real life, how can you have such a fucking opinion on someone that I just think it's funny. I think it's funny when you see people get so worked up over content creators. It is pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fucking hilarious. So, yeah, just be mindful, be mindful of your health and everyone's health around you, your family members and friends. And, the next time you blow a head gasket at somebody, or, you're in the grocery store and you get mad at the cashier, or you blow up at somebody on the road that cut you off, just remember what's most important, right? Put it in perspective. Put it in perspective, Marceau. Oh, my God. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Right at the 13-minute mark. I guess I'll cut it off there. I really just wanted to showcase my big purchase here today. Now, as I start to use this, engage the battery life, I'll give you guys an update on this, because who knows, maybe it's actually not that good. I imagine it is. Coleman makes pretty good products. Well, we'll see. I'm excited to try this out and test this out with various, I guess, consoles that I have. And maybe I could create some unique content using this device, Like I said, maybe I could hook up the Wii U to it as an example, or maybe a flat panel TV and an Xbox 360 and see how long the battery lasts. It'd be kind of cool to check it out. All right, so I'm going to cut it off there for real. Getting close to the 14-minute mark. I hope you guys are doing good. Hopefully my camera's not too crooked this time. We'll see once I get into the post-processing. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.